Yo, what's up guys? This is Astranox and I'm back with another Tales of Erin video, and I want to do the star trial. And Leona, Angelina, and Shiro all have bonus right now, so that's 3 bonus chests. Boreal's my carry, and I mean Leona, I just got her Valla's costumes, and I got her this just for some more survival. I never really buffed any of these. Enhanced 1 to level 100, level 10 skill. Angelina, her self-buffing costumes are terrible, but yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna run this. This is tier 3, barely enhanced, and Shiro, just a really strong costume, and this buffs humans. So Boreal, Angelina, and Shiro are all 3 humans. Leona is Iris Elf. But yeah, let's see what happens. At least I know Shiro's gonna survive and Boreal. But if Leona goes down, which she shouldn't because she's crazy with her time shield. But let's see what happens. You can see Star Trial. And it's fire or water. I'm going with water, of course. Hard. Extra drops. Healing Divinity just in case. Actually, yeah, it's mostly to help Leona and Angelina. But really, let's see. Okay. Just make sure Boreal gets attacked in my particular case. Let's see the damage. I mean, this is not like abyss difficulty. But if you have the opportunity to bring healers, do it, because I mean they don't require too much to be able to survive. Bring the healing divinity if you're struggling. I just prefer to have a carry and just have 3 bonus chests, because if I had to like move gear into Valla to make her like the damage dealer, I don't want to deal with this every day, really. Or like every time look for the damage dealer. It most of the time it's not gonna be your main element, so you're gonna be struggling in terms of costumes. So might as well just have a carry and fight whichever boss it counters, or at least same element. If none of those are available, you can fight dark. You're just gonna need the better survival. And yeah, this time it was easy because it's 2 healers, and Leona provides a damage reduction shield for the whole team. Hard mostly drops Cosmos system enhancement materials for 5-star characters, the majority, and you've got 3 and 4-star character enhancement materials as well. Now just have to move Boreal in front, and she's gonna be targeted now. It's that simple, just for her counter attacks to happen. This group is actually, because when you have the opportunity to bring Angelina, you can have defense down 30%, which speeds up the run quite nicely if you're running healing divinity, if you're running the first divinity. Like when I'm gonna have when I have costumes to just give more health to light characters and wind characters, I'm just gonna put those on, and it's gonna be much easier. I have a bunch for water, so really it's about just getting a couple origin self-buffing HP costumes for light, and for wind. And there's also I could build dark. I mean, dark only really have 1 healer, and I ended up getting her, but I mean, she's not gonna appear often. Fire, I do have self-buffing costumes already, but fire, bringing fire into the water Star Trial boss is not the best of ideas, but still you can do it if you have human buffing illusory Nervata costume, and you do have, because we've had a bunch of those from ToE event and Yugi's events, the attack and HP buffing hybrid costume. Wear one of those at least. Like, you can bring Mal for a damage dealer. You could use those for Nefiru or Petralia to support your carry, or it depends really. Like, sometime if let's say Kulasha was in the rotation, I could just use her instead of Boreal to kill the boss, because if you've got a damage dealer in your rotation that is part of your main element, where you have a bunch of gear for already, a bunch of costumes that are powered up, just move the costumes over. It's pretty quick, really. I know it's annoying to do this on a daily basis. It might be annoying to some, but it's worth it. Like the bonus chests, it's just gonna, you'll get to your goal faster in terms of progressing in the Cosmos system. And for free-to-play players, if you are looking for a 5-star to enhance, I mean, so far we've had Utega that you could have gotten to +10. You got Chloe that you were able to bring to up to +6, and Yugi that you were able to +3. So this unlocks the second part in the Cosmos system if you reached Origin Awakening +3, and if you reach +6 in the case of Chloe and Utega, you can work on their third area in the Cosmos system, the Polar Star, and this is where the crazy buffing happens, because there's an event right now. It's half price, that's why I'm doing it. But I mean, as you can see, it's pretty safe. My Boreal, she's her soul costume is maxed. Her soul costume's level 200. The 5th evolution was done. She's a 4-star, so soul costume is much easier to power up and to advance in the evolutions compared to a 5-star. So it's always worth focusing on a 4-star you like, and for 5-star in terms of who you should decide to build upon. It depends on your luck with your pulling, with your summoning, and if you decided to make whoever you decided to use as your main element, maybe you were able to get a couple copies of that character in the rounds of characters. So that plus Origin Awakening fruits, you'll be able to +6 the character to get to the third area in the Cosmos system, the Polar Star, where, like I said, the big buffs come in, and then you can bring your Cosmos system to level 200. After you reach level 120 of your Cosmos, you can do the 5th Discover Potential, the 5th Awakening for your character to reach level 120, and this will provide a nice amount of stats, attack, HP, defenses. There is no skill up. You will not get any skill, but the stat increase is definitely worth it. Yeah, my Boreal is 120, and it was a nice increase. So, as free to play, whichever team you like, you should definitely, if there's some 4-star characters, because you should invest in 4-star characters, and you should get more copies of those 4-star characters in the rounds of characters that's free to play. More so than buying multiple copies of the same 5-star in the rounds of characters, because summon emblems are not easy to obtain. You get them from leaderboard rankings every week. You get them from events. You get them from summoning duplicates after you got them to +10 Origin Awakening. You get them from Guild Wars, and yeah, I mean, you don't get that many of them, so it's important to choose wisely. And really, you could build upon any of the 5 element for whichever 4-star you decide to choose. It just ended up being that I went with Boreal because I really like her counter mechanics. As free to play, you've got the Neb that was an easy +10. She's light. You could easily power her up, get her costumes to almost like, well, solo. She's got an HP shield that she applies on herself. She can do a lot of damage, especially if you get her to level 120 with and start investing in the 3rd area in the Cosmos system. She could almost be self-sustained, and she's light too. You just, like I said, bring a support, a healer that's part of the rotation. If there's usually at least one. You just don't want it to be like a 5-star character that you don't have. But most of the time, it's pretty much, there's always one. It's gonna be either a 3-star or 4-star. So you'll have to slowly build up your 3 and 4 stars. I mean, it's fine. It's no rush. It's just, it has to be done if you want to maximize your rewards in here. If you cannot handle hard, you can always farm common. I mean, it's much easier. You will still get, most of the materials will be for 3 and 4-star characters, so it would actually work out pretty well. But if you do decide to do common, you should definitely move your costumes around and try like to hit 4 bonus characters. It might not be that easy early on because you don't have too many heroes unlocked. Actually, the bonus chest is more like mid-game to late game, a mid to late game feature really. But if you do build carries, you could have a solid duo team, right? You could have your main, like, it could be Boreal. It could be Boreal, and then you could have Valla as your healer. And then you always bring 2 of the heroes that are part of the list. It doesn't matter which one they are. Like, you could bring, because there's always a 3-star. You bring that 3-star along, it dies, whatever. And one of the 4-star, you might have it. Maybe not if you just started a couple days ago, but after a few weeks, you should be able to get 2 bonus chests, have 2 of the characters in the rotation. And then you can build upon a duo group of carry heroes. And yeah, I mean, for fire you could go Nefiru. I mean, if you have Petralia, of course, like Petralia. Yeah, Petralia with who could be good? There's Fremi. There's a bunch of them. You could, maybe you can carry with Chloe. It depends. I don't know about hard. Win hard. Chloe tanking with Petralia supporting her. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Mao, you could just have Mao in the front line and tank. She's got her soul costume. She's 5-star. But then you will need to use Origin Awakening fruits Let me go quickly through this. So, for water, Sarta with Shiro. Nice pair of 4-star there. For, you could just go Alvin. Alvin with Nefiru. Alvin with Petralia. Definitely doable. Have triple attack costume on Alvin, and he should be tanky enough from his +10, from you might have a hybrid attack HP costume, use that on Alvin, and the rest attack pure self-buffing attack costume, and have on your Nefiru 2 guns, team buffing crit guns, and have 1 self-buffing HP costume, or your Petralia. And you can always use with the healing divinity, and Alvin can when you progress his soul costume, he builds up Asia presence points faster, so you can have your divinity ready faster. For win, Kulasha as your damage dealer, or Boreal. I much prefer Boreal really, but Kulasha does a lot of damage, a lot of self-buffing buff, and she does 30% defense down on the enemy, so she's a very strong contender. You have Utega. If you were able to get multiple copies of Utega, have her your carry, and have her in the 3rd Cosmos System area unlock level 120. She will be a beast, especially if you got her to +10. But if you did get her +10, you have most of the characters unlocked in the game probably. And have Valla support them for healing. Her healing is extremely strong. Her single target heal, the healing over time portion is not that strong, but have them tanky enough to not die, and with the healing divinity you should be fine. Deneb with Angelina should be a strong combo. Of course, if you have Tiamat, it's a no-brainer. Tiamat, and I mean, if you're like mid-game, you could have a Tiamat that just destroys the boss by herself almost. But Tiamat Angelina, or Deneb Angelina, depending on what you have. And for Dark, of course, like Marion for healing. But if you don't have her, you could actually do a combo of you could Zerg the boss. Like Black Rose, extremely strong, he deals real damage. Nicholas has healing on her skill 1, but of course it's on a cooldown. Beside that, Lime has self-sustain and a self-buffing buff. Yeah, but I don't know about a 3-star like that. Dark is a bit sketchy if you're free to play, guys. Because Marion is not gonna be easy to get. She's not in rounds of characters. You have to summon her. Yugi you were able to get. Yugi can deal some really high damage, and she can restore her own HP. So you could have a build with this running. Yugi, and really you could just use a support of another element. Just have, like I said, enough HP. Yeah, Yugi, if you got her +3 especially, that is a good carry. But 5-star, you know, it's gonna be harder to build up. You could do Black Crow with another healer from another element. Just have that healer beefy enough to survive. And Black Crow, if you work on his soul costume, if you buy multiple copies of him in the rounds of characters and work through the Cosmos system, he's gonna be a beast. Yeah, real damage is gonna be deadly. And if the enemy has a debuff, you deal you deal more damage as well. It's just you cannot really Zerg the boss early game. Of course, if you have Layla too. Well, Layla does not heal, sorry. She just buffs. She buffs. So yeah, I think yo, for 4 stars, like there's still has this Fremi melee characters. Wulian, of course, she only appears in the rounds of characters. You get Rabis for free, but yeah. Sulasha, we're able to plus 10 her before, but Sarda is much better for a 4 star. Much better. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out for now.